Professor of Political History and Diplomacy and the Dean of Global Futures at Curtin University. All right, Joe, so it's a bit of a turnaround for Biden, a man who, after all, built his political career around the ideas of integrity, that he wouldn't interfere in things like justice.
Good afternoon, Charlotte. Look, this is a political bombshell. The President of the United States lied during the campaign that he wasn't going to commute or pardon his son. And he said that so it wasn't a campaign issue. Now that the campaign was over in a disastrous fashion, and in a way that shows a lot of contempt for the Democratic Party, which is trying to recover from Kamala Harris's disastrous run, he's now left it to Democrats to explain to the American people why the President of the United States views his powers to abuse his powers of pardon to excuse his son, to pardon his son. Now, Charlotte, this pardon is just a couple paragraphs, and I think your show is actually pointing out the sentence. He has pardoned his son for 10 years of wrongdoing for things that he did, may have done, or might be accused of having done. And so what he's done is he's taken off the table the whole discussion of his son peddling American influence and the president's own involvement in it. I mean, it's just breathtaking. Now, I've heard people say, well, the American people will forget this very quickly. No, this is going to cost the Democrats not only the next election, but the election after that, because this issue will be discussed in American restaurants, cafes, and homes for the next 5 or 6 years. They're all going to decide, can a president do that for his son? He's the first in American history to do so.
What do you make of the Trump camp's claims that justice has become politicized? Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black a little bit?
Oh, yeah, Trump just ought to shut up and enjoy the show. I mean, he's got nothing to say here. But on the other hand, what the president has done, what President Biden has done, he's made it very easy for Trump to come along in 2 months or 50 days and issue pardons left, right, and center. Maybe all the January 6th people who went to jail will get out. He's now in a position to say, even President Biden says that the Department of Justice got it all wrong and that politics dominates law and order in that place. He can say that. But look, President Trump can't really say that he hasn't been treated well. But look, just as a Chicagoan, when I grew up in Chicago, there were dozens of aldermen and officials and even governors of Illinois who went to jail for corruption and peddling influence. This is the worst kind of thing. You're selling your country's ability to do things for other people. It just doesn't sit well with people. And I think it's just corrupt, plain corrupt. But, it isn't about what Trump did or what Trump might do. It's what President Biden did. And what Biden did was he ignored his oath. Now, if his son's name wasn't Biden, these things wouldn't have happened to you. Let me tell you, Charlotte, if his son were black or brown or some white guy from Appalachia, he'd be in jail right now serving 17 years for tax evasion and buying a gun while under the influence of drugs. These are serious crimes, and Biden's kid is walking away from this, and the president no longer has anything to answer for. So look, I think it's a very bad day's work. And in a sense, I think Biden has destroyed his legacy when he signed that document, because he now looks like a man without principles. And of course, for any observer of what's going on in Gaza and the Middle East, it's no secret that Biden doesn't actually tell the truth all the time.
Yes, well, those indeed perhaps more pressing global issues. But Joe Siracusa, thank you so much for that analysis into Joe Biden. I'm sure many people agree with you.